Hello friends, welcome to my channel or welcome back where we talk all things health and wellness. Today I'm going to be answering the question, how much does it cost to eat the Trim Healthy Lifestyle way? Sometimes it might feel like you have to buy all these specialty ingredients in order to be able to do Trim Healthy Mama, but I would like to share with you some ways you can do it easily without having to buy any specialty ingredients. And I'm super excited to share that with you today, just to encourage you that really anybody can do it. You don't have to feel like it's too expensive for you to do. Sure, there are special ingredient items you can buy and use as a part of Trim Healthy Mama to really help you along with your health in certain ways and certain means, but by no means you have to buy those things. You can be on a very frugal budget and be on the Trim Healthy Mama plan. Some of the ways basically really focus on the main simple food groups that God made for us, and that is chicken, fish, beef, just your basic meals, eggs, basic meats, basic food groups. I do most of my shopping at Aldi, and whatever I can't get there, I get at Walmart. That is how we live on a budget, and that is what I get the majority of the time. Eggs and egg whites and cottage cheese, all of those things, the meats and the different things I mentioned, the legume family, lentils, beans, those are all fantastic ways to get your protein in. And then as just focusing on the fruits and vegetables. The fruits and vegetables that you can get at Aldi, unless you want something a little bit more specialty and then you go somewhere else. And or whatever your favorite grocery store is. My point is, if you want to do Trim Healthy Mama lifestyle or way of eating, you can do it on a very frugal budget. And if you are a sweet lover, that might be one thing that is a little bit more pricey, but you can still get it at Walmart. In fact, I often get my pure stevia from Walmart, or you can get something similar to the Trim Healthy Mama's Gentle Sweet or Super Sweet at Walmart. And again, it's reasonably priced because a little goes a very long way. And I actually do buy some specialty ingredient items, but I use them in small amounts and they go a long way. And then another thing to think about is, your baking flour options. Well, you don't have to buy the Trim Healthy Mama baking blend. You could make it yourself, which is just a little bit cheaper. It's not a whole lot cheaper. Sometimes, and that depends on what the current prices of the different flours that you need are. I have a video on that. I can link that in the description box or the comments below. And you can buy all your flours for like a homemade variation of the Trim Healthy Mama baking blend at Walmart, except for the oat fiber, and I get that on Amazon. You can buy them at some specialty stores as well, but you don't have to make the Trim Healthy Mama baking blend. If you were doing like a baked good that's a little bit heavier on the fats, what we call the S-type baked good or bread, you would use half coconut flour, half ground flaxseed to make a flour blend that's very frugal. And then if you wanted to do one that was more focused on your healthy carbs, you could simply buy some oats and ground them in your blender, and you have a healthy oat flour. Now, it might take a little bit of time to learn how to bake with these flours because the liquids are going to vary based on I call it like how thirsty the flour is to make that right consistency. But just have fun with it and have fun and be creative. I feel like if you take the time to look through the Trim Healthy Mama cookbooks, the meal plan, and Trim Healthy Wisdom, they give all kinds of meal options or ideas, and all of them typically just have your basic food ingredients, like going to the grocery store and getting what you need, And there are so many different meal inspirations you can get from their books alone that don't require specialty ingredients. And so I encourage you to open one of their books, find a handful of meals that you can make on a budget with things you're familiar with and things you know, and make them on rotation. Stick with that, and then in time maybe add some more meals in rotation that you and your family loves, that you can eat on a budget. And I dare you to give it a try. I dare you to try Trim Healthy Mama on a budget. You could even potentially decrease your budget, Trim Healthy Mama lifestyle, because you're not buying a lot of the processed snacks, which can be more expensive. And if you just stick with your basic meals. Now, if you were to do price comparison, if you're a really snacky person, popcorn is a very awesome, frugal-friendly snack, or like for a healthy carb type snack, or like some almonds is a healthy S type snack, but you just want to not eat a ton of almonds in one setting because they're higher in calories, and you don't want to abuse your freedom, your food freedom. And but if you wanted to buy like pre-made snacks, like Mary's Gone crackers, you can get those at Walmart. They are going to be a little bit more expensive than like your Ritz crackers or what have you. And so if you're wanting to get a little bit more specialty with pre-made things, then it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But if you're really on a budget, a frugal budget, you can really do the Trim Healthy Mama plan quite easily. And you can just simply look in their books to find that inspiration. And maybe there's a few things that you really love. For me, it's sweets. And so I do splurge on stevia because it just helps keep me going as a busy mom to have something sweet to drink. Or like I do a lot of my salted creamy oolong latte, I call it, and my boosted hot cocoa. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love putting matcha tea in with both of those, and it just gives me a little bit of energy boost throughout my day. And so if you had to stay super frugal, you could. If there's just one or two things that you wanted to splurge on to keep you on track, you could budget that in. Stay small on your portions on those. A lot of times those things stretch a long way anyway. But if you have been in the camp that thinks, I can't do it, it's all these specialty ingredients, I dare you to open their books, find a few recipes that don't require any special ingredients, and give it a try. Keep them on rotation and see how you feel. So different, so much better, I guarantee it. Now that I have been doing it for years and years and years, I don't want to do any other way, and that's simply like eating healthy, eating whole foods. I couldn't imagine living any other way because I feel night and day different. I also had some specific health issues, so that was a huge motivator for me. But I just want to encourage you, even if it feels overwhelming, start with one meal type or start with one recipe and try that once or twice a week. Just start with something. Start today, something that you don't feel too intimidated by, that you can start today. I just wanted to encourage you with that, and I'm super excited to continue to be bringing you more content. And that's all for today. Take care.